What is up, YouTubers? Today we're going to talk about the CRKT BT Fighter, a Brian Tighe design. This is a $50 knife in a Tonto blade shape, 3.6-inch blade, made out of 8CR13 MOV. Wah, wah, wah. We'll talk about that in the cons, but the FRN handles are actually one of the strengths on this particular one. I will show right away that they're quite rigid and actually quite comfortable. Let's do a quick comparison. Blades that I thought of and kind of made me feel similar to, of course, the quality and fit and finisher, no comparison here, but the Chavez Ultramar 229, and then also based on the button lock and the thumb stud action component of it, that's the Hogue EX03. So that was actually my first button lock knife. Very nice one. In terms of the pros and the cons, this one is obviously a fidget winner. You've got everything. You've got your flipper. You've got your thumb studs. You can use those thumb studs as a middle finger flick on the back side. You can just push the button and flick that thing open. It really does, in fact, compare very well to the Spyderco Smock. All the same things you can do with the Smock, pretty much, other than the fact that it's not a top flipper. But if you want to do a thumb flip on that, you can go ahead and do that, holding that other side. In terms of the pros, as I mentioned, the fidgety factor of this thing is just incredible. It does have the button lock, so as a matter of safety, your hands never need to be in that particular path of the blade. Love that. That's a very good thing. The pocket clip comes with a bearing on it, and that actually makes it for really easy into the pants. In terms of the grab of that pocket clip, not the best pulling out of the pants, but not bad actually. The stepped contouring, I can't say enough good about this, and the way that it really does form a marvelous contour for your hand. It fits absolutely like a glove. And for those people for whom they don't really like these finger choils, I actually put this in my wife's hands, who has really tiny fingers, and it actually fit really well too. I will go ahead and include a little picture of that shot of her hands in there holding it at the end of this video. You know, the one thing I would say is, and this will lead us kind of into the cons, is that really steep finger choil right there does not make for good pull cuts, because of course it just digs right into your palm there. So this is not a good pull cut knife particularly, but I don't know, tactically speaking, it's necessarily meant to be. On the con side, it does contain the usual crappy 8CR13 MOV steel from CRKT. The finishing isn't the greatest. You may not be able to hear or see it, but I can feel it. There's just a little bit of blade play up and down on that one, just a little bit, but it is a $50 knife. The step rising of the finger choils, again, for some people that may be a turn off, and it certainly affects the pull cut side of it. But again, I think on the plus side, it really is offset by that. And then, of course, the last thing I would say is the 3.6-inch blade length. Kind of makes this illegal in a few areas that it might otherwise not be had they made it 3.5 inches. One thing I do want to clarify is for anybody who might think that this particular pivot symbol has anything to do with Nazism, it does not. I actually spoke with Brian Tighe out of Ontario, and this was actually inspired by a pair of Mark Nation boots that he had, which had a cross on it, similar to this. But this particular cross itself just fits nicely on a pivot and actually mills nicely with the rounds on it. So don't confuse that for anything that it is not, and don't even try to think that it means anything that it is not. So it just happens to be one of his signatures of his knife. Overall, I would say this is an amazing, badass fidgeting knife. For myself, I will probably not keep this one. I will actually probably buy at least the Tighe & Friends Mid-Tech. Probably not a full custom. I'm going to have to save up a little bit of money, because again, this is $50 versus $300 for that one. But boy, if you just want to fidget around, flip, this particular knife, it does great. The last thing I'll say that I did forget to mention is I did in fact take a chip on this one just after using it for a week, just simply cutting down boxes this week. I didn't do anything especially complex. So, again, CRKT, you could do things. This one I'll give you credit for. You did a lot of things pretty well. It's relatively centered. The fit and finish are not bad, but offer me a choice, and I don't know if it's a deal you have with your makers or your designers, but maybe just give me a little bit upgraded blade steel, because I don't like the fact that this, in just 1 week of cutting cardboard boxes, developed a chip. Again, overall, a great badass knife. Very comfortable, super fidget happy, and I'm actually really glad that I got this particular one. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again for watching. Bye.